Good morning and welcome to Friday's English lesson. So for today, we're going to pull all the things we've been doing so far together and start constructing a description. So we're looking at the synonyms of interesting words, we're looking at noun phrases, and we're looking at building sentences. So for our task today, we've got a bit of an interesting prompt. Now, there's been a news report this week about a strange monolith, so a sticking up object, that has been discovered while some people in Utah were counting bighorn sheep. So it's a really remote part of Utah. They've discovered this strange metal monolith sticking up out of the ground. So we're just going to quickly watch the video of them discovering it together, because that's going to be the prompt for our writing today.
Who does this kind of stuff?
Okay, so there we have it. The monolith in the middle of the desert, just sticking up out of the ground. Think about what shape it is. Think about what it looks like it's made out of. And by having a person next to it, we can compare. We can see how big it is. Fantastic rock formations in the background. Just stuck there. No explanation, no instructions, no credit online because it's 2 and a bit people tall. So that is the monolith that we'll be writing about today, a wonderfully strange discovery in Utah. So the first part of your task, we've got another little reminder video there for you, is to write a sentence about that monolith that's got 2 noun phrases in it. So looking for a bit of description, you could be using a noun phrase to describe it, or the shape of it, or the shininess of it, or the angles of it. It's up to you. And then a sentence with 2 noun phrases describing the place that it was found, so that deserty area. Remember, noun phrases, so we need determinate, adjective, noun. Try and use some exciting adjectives in there, because we've looked at a lot of synonyms this week. Equally, they are sentences today, so we need to have a capital letter, we need to have a full stop in there as well. The next part of it is trying to improve our descriptive ability as writers. Is we're going to look at creating similes. So now similes where we can compare 2 things together. I'm just going to really quickly look at an example. And the example is when you have 2 things that have got qualities that they share. So we've got a girl here, and she's got blue eyes, blonde hair, and a bright smile. And we've got the sun, which happens to be round, yellow, and bright, because that's a nice cartoon version of the sun. So it's a case of matching the right adjective or the right quality, and then that they both share. So we could say that the girl, or her smile, is as bright as the sun. So we're picking out her smile, and we're saying it's as bright as the sun. That's quite a good one. We could say as well, though, we could say that her hair is as blonde, as yellow as the sun. Because the sun is yellow, her hair is yellow. We could say that her eyes are as round as the sun, because that's a quality that they both have. They're both round, so we'll say that they're as round as the sun. Another one as well is you might say that something is as shiny as gold, or you might say something is as dark as the night, or as fast as a cheetah. So you're picking a quality and comparing it to something else that has that quality. So saying something is as yellow as the sun, or as round as the sun, or as hot as the sun, or as bright as the sun. Those are really good similes that you're starting to build there. So taking this back to our work, we've been generous today and we've given you the start of similes. So we're saying the monolith is as shiny as a, then all you have to do is put in the word that would complete that simile. So you need to think of something that is really shiny, a thing, a noun that is very shiny. So it's not going to be rock, or it's not going to be concrete, but it could be something that's shiny, gold, silver. Got that it is as tall as, so you need to be comparing it to something that's very tall to build a simile. And as mysterious as, so you need to be thinking of a noun or something that's very mysterious. And I've got a couple about the desert as well, one being as hot as and one being as red as. And finally, well, not quite finally, but the big one bringing it all together is you've got a couple of free writes. Now you see it says longer answer text. That means you can write as much as you want for these. So the idea is that the people who discovered this in Utah don't want to be telling everyone where it is, because they don't want loads of people traveling there and getting stuck, because it's a really remote and hard place to get to. I think it probably needs a helicopter for some of the journey. So they don't want everyone knowing about it. So it's not going to be loads and loads of footage. So it's your chance to share information about it. So you've now seen a picture of it, you've seen a video of it. How would you describe it to the rest of the world? So for a description, let's have really good adjectives, let's have really effective noun phrases, and let's think about similes, because similes are so useful when you're trying to explain something, what something looks like, to someone who's not seen it before, but you pick something they have seen before. So like saying that her hair is as yellow as the sun. You might not have seen her hair, but you know how yellow the sun is. You might say that her eyes are as round as saucers. You might not have seen the person's eyes, but you've seen how round a saucer is. So it gives you a way to compare things. So that's your first task, describe the monolith. Then you've got to explain how you think it got there, and why do you think it is there? That's a chance for a bit of theories and queries. And then finally, if you want to ask 3 questions of the two or three questions of the people who have found it, this is your chance to put some questions down. And remember, a question, it must have a question mark. Have fun with it. Have a great time with the task and enjoy. We'll look forward to